Good morning. Day 231 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sunny Mazer here. The topic today is the new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius. So if I could have like blinking lights in the back, pay attention over here, that would be about today until the 21st, which is the winter solstice. So today is an eclipse, a solar eclipse with the new moon. This is an amped up opportunity to set some really powerful intentions. Be very careful what you're thinking today and actually all the way through to the 21st. Words matter, thoughts matter, feelings matter. The energy is so potent right now that things are really going to come into play. So use this time mindfully. Set some really beautiful intentions for the whole year. Start planting some seeds, right? This is a beautiful opportunity to just go in deep within yourself. This has been a really trying, crazy, wild, creative, insane year. Lots of things have happened, lots of things are still happening, and lots of things are going to continue to happen. Get in the flow, adding in what you want to happen. Great opportunity. The weather's really mild, at least here in New England, to go outside and set your intentions, write them on a leaf and toss them into flowing water. That would be a beautiful thing to do. Write them on a piece of paper and burn them. Go outside and say them. There's no right or wrong way to do this, but do not let this opportunity go. And I will talk about this more closer to the solstice, but the way the planets are aligning, it's like the first time in 800 years or something incredibly wild and awesome. If you follow me on Facebook, check out my post that I shared yesterday from Ruby Page, another astrologer, all about what this portal is opening to. Really wild. And today, my Turtle Lane tidbit is 231. Add those numbers up and you get 6. Yesterday, I took a sacred geometry class all about 6, the portals and the openings and the patterns in nature and crystals, and just wild. I can't even go into that. It's a whole nother thing. But take advantage of the eclipse and get outside and set some intentions. I hope this is helpful. Have a great day. Love is your superpower. Ignite it. Namaste. Good morning. Day 232 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sunny Mazer here. So excited to be outside on this beautiful morning. The topic today is a grocery store story. And if my mouth goes beneath the scarf, no, I'm socially distanced, so I'm good. So I was going to go on a rant this morning, actually. I came home from the grocery store last night, and we don't have a grocery store in our town. We live in a very small town, but we abut 3 or 4 other towns that have multiple grocery stores, and I chose to go to one of the grocery stores that I don't usually go to, and they still have all the arrows and these chains in between every aisle. And I realized that I don't grocery shop aisle by aisle. Most of the time I do, but not all the time. So I forgot a couple things and I had to leave my cart, abandon cart, go all the way back. Yes, I was walking the wrong ways down some of the aisles, but there weren't that many people there. And then I forgot something else, I had to do it again, and I was getting very frustrated. And then I realized I didn't even know this is not a grocery store I go to. I'm sure that when you go to the same grocery store all the time, you know where everything is, right? You don't even have to think. Your hands like kind of grab things. You know where it is. You put it in the cart, get out. Well, in this store, I don't know where things are. And so I got to the end and I realized Jim had asked me for Doritos and chocolate chip cookies. And the truth is, there was like, I felt like they were on an abandoned island and I was gonna have to somehow get there, and it wasn't gonna happen. It was like survival, right? Or whatever that TV show is. So I was like, all right, I can't do it. And so we get to the checkout, and you're not allowed to cross the checkout line either. And I put my cart there and I was like, I'll be right back. I'm just going to get some chips. And I go underneath the border thing, and there's a man there, and it's like, I just crossed the border without a passport. And he's looking at me and I was like, I need chips. And he just shakes his head at me. And I run and I get the Doritos for Jim, and I can't go get the chocolate chip cookies. And I come back kind of frustrated, honestly. I'm like, what's going on? And yeah, I understand with the pandemic, you need to have certain rules and regulations, and I'm fine with the mask and the gloves, but these lines. So I come home and I'm a little frustrated, and we're unpacking the groceries, and Jim's like, where's the chocolate chip cookies, right? I mean, and I say, I couldn't get to them. He's like, what? I was like, I couldn't get to the cookies. I can't go back to this grocery store. I said, I am going such a rant. I'm going to share this tomorrow. And he's like, really? You're going to share a rant with your time when words matter? So I was thinking, okay. So I'm still going to share my rant, but I'm going to say real quickly, because I've gone over my time, this store doesn't work for me, and I'm not going to go there anymore. They're all connected, same grocery store owner. I'm going to go to the other one, which is small and doesn't have those lines. And I shop like this, whatever, and I'm out in 10 minutes, as opposed to a half hour because I can't go down certain rows. So when you're in a situation and you need something to shift, think about different ways you can do this so that you don't have to rant. I don't know if that's helpful or not, but I'm feeling calmer. So have a great day. Love is your superpower. Ignite it. Namaste. Good morning. Day 233 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here. The topic today is the cookie dance. So for anyone who did not see yesterday's Turtle Lane Tidbit, I'm going to try to bring it together just so you don't need to see both. It was kind of a frustrating grocery shop a couple days ago. Had to stay in the lines, not my thing. As one of my friend's sisters sent us, we don't stay in the lines. We're not those kind of girls. So I went back yesterday. First, I actually went to the dentist, and I do want to share again how my experience at the dentist was incredibly safe. Some of you know me from childhood, and our dad was a dentist. My brother-in-law is a dentist. My brother's an orthodontist. We're very teeth-oriented, and I've always loved going to the dentist, which I know sounds weird, but for me it's a family thing, and it reminds me of our dad. Though I have to say this time there was no smell there, because they have so much suction and air control and all these filters that I almost feel like I could get suctioned onto the wall from it's so sterile. But Candace, you're amazing, and my teeth feel unbelievably clean, and I am so grateful. So for those of you who still have the ability to go to the dentist, no, at least my experience was super clean and sterile, so thank you. On the way home, I stopped in that smaller grocery store that I made reference to, went in, grabbed just a few things, but I did grab those cookies that Jim so badly needs, which we all get. There are certain things in our life that we just need. And so I have to say, like, when I saw the cookies, there was this like excitement and thrill, and it was kind of crazy. And I felt like I was in the football game, and the pass got thrown to me, and I caught it, and I was like, boom! And when I got home, I wanted to like slam those cookies on the ground, and then I thought, you know what? Kind of counterproductive to everything he's wanted the cookies. If I slam them on the ground, they're just gonna be like cookie crumbs. So It was a great day. I didn't let the whole fear of don't go out of the lines and don't do this and don't do that. I went back. I am pretty tenacious in life anyway. Cookies are just a minor thing in life, but a big thing for some people. So we got the cookies. We're good and we're a go. And I got to do my cookie dance without slamming the cookies. So bringing dance in, I would say, is also key. Get excited, don't give up, and celebrate the good things. Hope this is helpful. Namaste. Love is your superpower. Make sure you ignite it. Good morning. Day 234 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here. The topic today is checking in. So in New England, or at least in where we live in Massachusetts, we're getting pounded right now with snow. I know I have lots of friends and clients who live alone. And so yesterday I reached out by text to just say, hey, checking in. You all set? Everything going okay? You ready for this storm if it happens? Or do you need some help? I can go to the grocery store for you. Would go to the small grocery store. But I'm sharing this because people, especially during holiday time and just during life, are moving along their life, right? And right now where people are not able to be with friends and get the hugs and be with extended family, lots of people are living alone. And they need to be reminded that they're loved, that we care, that we're watching out for them, that they have a lifeline. And so I know I have a friend who has pneumonia and she can't get out. And so I just was thinking about her, been texting, and I was like, hey, let me set you up with some stuff, or give me a list, shoot me a list, I'll run to the grocery for you. And she was thankful, but was all set. She had been out and other friends had dropped things off. So we are a community and we are a tribe. And just to think about who else may need a little extra love, a little extra help, a little extra caring right now. So reaching out. And if you're that person who is living alone or is by themselves and needs a little extra, you reach out too. It can go both ways. And in fact, it's much more fulfilling and heart-filling when it does go both ways. So this is just a reminder, an invitation to you to think about anyone else who needs an extra hug. And this kind of hug, since we can't do the real hugs right now. So here's a hug for all of you, and hope you have a cozy, warm snow day, even though I'm not sure there are such things as snow days anymore. I know I'm still working today. I hope the snow days aren't gone. I hope this is helpful. Love is your superpower. Choose to ignite it. Namaste. Good morning. Day 235 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here. And the topic today is confusion. And this is probably not going to be, well, I don't know how this is going to be, so I'm not going to have any preconceived ideas. What I'm talking about today is the vaccine for corona. And I am confused by the vaccine and about the vaccine and vaccines in general, I would say. I have a new perspective and I am skeptical and hopeful and confused and unsure. And as this vaccine is brought to market and people are having it, it brings up worry, truthfully. This happened very fast and it's to market fast, and there are people who are taking it right now and we don't know the long-term results were very hopeful that this is going to help and save lives. And yes, that is the point. And at the same time, it concerns me. And I was watching a video this morning of a nurse very excited that she got the vaccine and sharing how hopeful she is and how it's been such a rough time for her team in the hospital. She's in the COVID unit, and boy, my heart went out for her. And as she was talking and people were asking her questions, she then said, "Oh my goodness, I'm feeling a little dizzy." And in fact, she fainted right on camera. And now, do we know why she fainted? She had the vaccine shortly before. We don't know anything really, but again, I just feel like gathering information, and that's the hard part. Like, how do you know where to gather untainted information? And everybody comes from a background that they're sharing their point of view and what they think is right and what they think. And so it just feels really confusing and a hard decision to make. Like right now, I realize we don't have the decision. The vaccine is not readily available, but it will be, and I'm hoping more information will be given at the time, and that it won't in fact be mandatory, but we will have choices. So I don't know how it's all going to play out. I'm just feeling pretty confused and was a little hesitant to share this morning, but that's where I'm standing. So I'm hoping to be gathering more information. I hope that you're gathering information and not doing things just blindly because the masses want us to do them. I don't know if this is helpful or not. I'm still sitting in the confusion, but just thought there must be others in this same space and wanted you to know you're not alone. So we sit together and we learn together. I hope you have a peaceful day. Namaste. Love is your superpower. Ignite it now. Good morning. Day 236 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here. The topic today is words. So I definitely find words limiting. Some people think they mean one thing, other people have different definitions of the exact same word, and to express yourself using words can be hard, can be easy, can be both, and can be really limiting, right? I mean, when you hug someone or you kiss someone, completely different than saying things. Or sometimes words add to help clarify. We have to have words, right? Because if you got up and you were teaching a class and you just got up and you just stood there, not much would be communicated. Maybe some would be communicated, but not everything that you wanted to be communicated or that needed to be communicated. And yet, we can't do everything by touch or feelings. So getting a balance is often really helpful. And I know a practice at the beginning of the year, the calendar year, we often pick words, right? And initially when I heard this probably like 5 or so years ago, I had a really tough time picking one word. However, I do think it's a great practice. So often there's a duality that's part of me. And I usually can't just pick one word, no surprise, right? And usually pick 2 or 3 words. Last year I did pick all in. So it's a hyphenated word, but kind of one word. This year I think the words that I'm thinking about, and I would invite you to think about a word or 2 that you want to have for this coming year, just as a way to help you focus energy-wise on what you want to bring in, on where you want to continue to kind of connect back to. And so I know for me, love is one word that's like an umbrella word. I tend to pick a few words that are umbrella words and then pieces that fit underneath. So I'm thinking this year is partnership, balance, and alignment. Still playing with them, as I have zillions of words that I'm playing with. However, I noticed that I started thinking about partnership for this coming year, and a few things have already come into play, especially business-wise and teaching-wise. And it's been really interesting when you bring your energy to this point, what the universe then brings to you. So I invite you to play with some words, not Scrabble, the Scrabble's fun, but other ways to think about where you're headed, and have fun with it. And even maybe go into your feelings and see what those feelings bring up and see if you can put them in words. Have fun. I hope this is helpful. Have an awesome day. Love is your superpower. Time to ignite it. Namaste. Good morning. Day 237 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Let me get my turtle in the picture here. Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here. Today's topic is winter solstice prep. So tomorrow, Monday, the 21st of December, is the winter solstice. But this is big, 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 big. Blinking lights again. I know I did that already this week. I have to do it again. Because this is a giant culmination of multiple things happening all at once. And I don't want you to miss it. So today is a good day to go online. Lots of times in the past I've done solstice and equinox celebrations here at my house, but due to the world conditions, we're not doing that, but we will get back to it at some point. So today what I want you to do is go online and search winter solstice celebrations. There's a lot of meditations out there. There's a lot of information. I'm going to give you a little today and tomorrow. But don't miss this. It's too big and it's too important, because not only is it the winter solstice tomorrow, it's also, and I'm reading a little bit, so I'm going to look down a bit, the Great Conjunction, where Jupiter conjuncts Saturn. I do not claim to be an astrologer. For that, I have the very wise Hillary Harley, who you've heard me talk about before. So what I'm going to share about this is that this is a whole separate giant event astrologically, and I've heard many different numbers. It's the first time in 800 years. It's the first time in 1600 years. It's a bazillion years since this has happened. Don't miss it. You blink, you're not going to be here the next time this happens again. So what does it mean? Jupiter brings great opportunity flowing to us, and Saturn creates oh gosh, I gotta get my glasses, so sorry, and I don't have my glasses, creates the framework to help us manifest what we desire into reality. So this is giant, this is huge, it's all over the internet. Google it, you can actually see it in the sky at night. There are beautiful pictures. The next thing is tomorrow's the winter solstice. What do? We use this opportunity. It is the longest day of the year of darkness. So we use this opportunity to kind of quiet down, to thank the universe for the year and be grateful. And I know this is a tough one under the circumstances. And I know you can find some silver linings this year. And if you can't, reach out to friends, reach out to family, reach out to me, reach out to people to help hold your hands to find that. And it is a peaceful, quiet time. It is a time to go within and to honor all those, including yourselves, who have made it through this year, all those who haven't, and to just take a moment to come to one. Maybe have a candle. I'll go into more of that tomorrow since I'm way over time for today. But what the basic thing I want you to do is get ready. So get a candle, get some paper and pen, carve out some time, look for a meditation, do all that. Do not miss the winter solstice tomorrow on Monday, December 21st. I hope this is helpful. Reach out if you have any questions. Happy to help you answer stuff. Love is your superpower. Time to ignite it, baby. Namaste. Good morning. Day 238 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here. And the topic today is the winter solstice. So today is December 21st and the mark of the winter solstice. This is a huge celebration this year. We talked a little bit about the grand conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. Lots to learn about that in the age of Aquarius. And today is the winter solstice. So how do we celebrate? There are lots of things that we can do. This is a great opportunity to kind of take a quiet moment, a pause. This is the darkest day of the year, more darkness of this day, but starting tomorrow, moment by moment, we're going to be getting more light. So yay for that, right? What we want to do with this opportunity, and it's starting today, but it doesn't have to be today, but during this time, is to take this opportunity to look back over this year and review this year, if possible, without too much criticism and ranting and raving, but with observation. This was a particularly rough year, and we want to look at it with open eyes and from a neutral standpoint as much as possible. So you can do that calendar year-wise, like going January, February, March in your head, or you can do that, how is this year for me? How is this year for my family? How is this year for my career? How is this year for my fun? Thinking of your pie and how all the pieces fit together. And what we do in this next 3 months is kind of hibernate. We're lining up with Mother Nature. This is a quiet time, a great time to go within, a great time to review. And then in March, we're going to plant seeds or set intentions for what we want for the year to come. So not like everybody else does at New Year's with all these great resolutions that last like a week, maybe 2 weeks at most. Why? Because the ground is frozen and not fertile, and you can't plant seeds at that time. So playing with this time actually of making maybe vision boards, using sticky notes to think about how you want this next year to look. And this is in process because we've got 3 months to play with this. Great thing to do today is have a meditation. Thank the earth for everything that she's done, is doing, and will continue to do. There are lots of group meditations if you go online to join in. This is a process over the next 3 months, but today is the beginning celebration, and it would be great to have a little ceremony yourself or join a group if that works. So happy winter solstice. I hope this is helpful. Love is your superpower. Time to ignite it. Namaste. Good morning. Day 239 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here. The topic today is hearts happen. So this morning, I took my dogs out first thing, and it was actually warmer than I thought, and I walked out onto the top part of the driveway, and there was this beautiful heart kind of carved out so you could see the driveway where the heart is and snow all around it. And I was like, whoa, and a nice size one, like bigger than my hand. I was like, ooh, thank you. Took a picture. Took a few more steps down the driveway as I was following Tucker, and there was another heart. I was like, what's happening here? Now, I think some of you know I have this amazing friend who delivers hearts to people, and if you want one delivered to your house, if you live in the area near me, she paints these from the goodness of her heart and brings them to your house. She's amazing. If you look past in my posts, you can see, and I will connect you with her. And she recently just brought another heart for my backyard. So I feel like I now have a heart sandwich, one in my front yard, one in my backyard, and I'm in the middle. So there's all this heart energy, right? And I come back into the house, and I missed this one coming down. There was a tiny little heart in the snow. So I got 3 hearts in the snow messages this morning. And then I come in and a friend who I haven't talked to, though I texted her yesterday, I haven't talked to her in a very, very long time. She lost her husband this fall, not from COVID, but very sad. And she reached out saying lots of different beautiful things, basically that we have a really beautiful love connection. And I started thinking about love and connecting and how important it is to sustain our well-being and how much we thrive on this. And ended up having a few different connections this morning that were so beautiful and heart-based. So I invite you to reach out to nature, to yourself. Maybe that's reach in. Reach into yourself, and maybe even reach out to those who you miss in your heart, or those who you just want to say, hey, thinking about you. Because when you fill your heart, you also fill other people's hearts, and this just makes it go out further and further and further. So I hope this is helpful. Love is your superpower. Ignite it. Namaste. Good morning. Day 240 of Turtle Lane Tidbits. Sonny Mazer here. The topic today is in awe, A-W-E. And I want to share a little story. Last week, one of my really close friends' mother-in-laws passed away. She was 88 and went into hospice early in the week and then passed with her son and her daughter in love, not in law, by her side peacefully. Now, with COVID, obviously there are not many typical funerals, and this as well. So there was an online funeral that we were to go to. And we were there sitting, watching till it started, and then technology couldn't work. And so it didn't happen. I talked with my friend afterwards, and I was like, so sorry, we couldn't be there. And she said, you know what, it's recorded, watch it. So this was this past Sunday, and I actually watched it last night, and my words are just like, I am in awe. Her husband spoke, did a eulogy, as did both of her sons. And these were words so beautifully shared about their granny, as they called her. And she was not necessarily always an easy woman, and they didn't they only spoke the truth. And it was funny, and it was heartfelt, and it was real. And as I've known these boys since they were in utero, and they're in their mid-20s, and they're amazing men. And I just thought, wow, to be able to speak your words about someone who is no longer here, who has touched your heart, is a gift. All 3 of these men shared about their mom and their grandmother and the influences and funny things that they'll remember and carry with them on when they have their own families as well. And it just made me stop in awe and beam and have a full heart, and just reminded me and us that the honor it is to be connected to people and to share this with them while they're here. And so I invite you, if there are people who you haven't used your words with, and maybe as we talked earlier this week, if you can't use your words, then you hug, if you're able to hug them in your immediate family. Share what's in your heart and do it with love. Really beautiful. So I hope this was insightful or touching in some way. Love is your superpower. Ignite it. Namaste.